continue to follow that breaking news, these breaking developments in the scheduled execution of Texas death row inmate Robert Roberson. He was set to be executed right now at 6 o'clock, but just after 4 o'clock this afternoon, a Travis County judge issued a temporary restraining order halting that execution. In the meantime, the U.S. Supreme Court declined to intervene and stop Roberson's execution. KPRC2 investigator Robert Arnold is live in Huntsville. Robert, give us the status update on this execution.
The execution is currently on hold, and let me explain how we got to this point. That temporary restraining order that we are talking about, the foundation of Roberson's conviction was that he shook his 2-year-old daughter to death. His attorneys have been arguing that the science that led to a diagnosis of shaken baby syndrome was outdated and faulty. And new science, more refined science, has shown that there is a probability that his daughter actually died from pneumonia, not shaken baby syndrome. So they've been trying to at least see if they can get a new trial, a reprieve from his execution. State lawmakers on the House Criminal Jurisprudence Committee have been investigating whether a law in Texas referred to as the junk science law is working as intended. That law allows people who've been convicted of crimes based on scientific evidence that is later proven to be wrong or outdated can seek an appeal based on new evidence or more refined evidence. So that committee was looking whether that law is working as intended in the state, and they're looking specifically at the Roberson case. Late last night, lawmakers on that committee subpoenaed Roberson to testify at a hearing that's coming up this Monday, and that set up an interesting clash of powers in Texas. Does a subpoena from state lawmakers actually trump a death warrant in the state of Texas? Well, the lawmakers on that committee requested a temporary restraining order, and late this afternoon, a judge in Travis County granted that request for a temporary restraining order so Roberson can testify at Monday's hearing. However, the Attorney General's office is expected to appeal that, and we don't know if that appeal is going to happen tonight and will allow the execution to go forward, or if it's not, or if the execution will actually be halted and scheduled for another day. That's what we are waiting to hear right now. Now, at the beginning of this, you had mentioned that the U.S. Supreme Court had declined to intervene in this case. However, Justice Sonia Sotomayor, in her dissent, did say that she is urging actually Governor Greg Abbott to exercise his authority to issue a one-time 30-day reprieve to Roberson so all of the evidence can again be re-examined. The Texas Attorney General's office, as well as prosecutors from Anderson County that handled this case, say that the evidence is sound and that this execution should move forward. Now, one of the lawmakers that has been pushing for Roberson to get a reprieve, he is here. It is State Rep John Busey, and he is from the Austin area.
I am concerned for him, I'm concerned for his family, and I'm also concerned for the precedent that if we execute another innocent man today, what that means for our justice system, and do we even have true justice in this state.
Okay, what's that date time? So again, we're waiting to see what happens with an appeal from the Attorney General's office of that temporary restraining order, because at this point there are no other roadblocks to the execution other than right now that temporary restraining order. So we will keep you updated, and as soon as there are any new details, we will let you know. Reporting live from Huntsville, Robert Arnold, KPRC 2 News.